It's easy to fall into a veggie rut, whether it's the same old bag of salad greens or sticking to sheet pan vegetables. Don't just do it like you've always done. Add a little pizzazz to your plate with a few ideas to mix things up. Our friend Lisa Danielson is giving us permission to play around with our produce. Now, we know about roasting and grilling. Those are usually my go-to when it comes to veggies, but I like the idea that we're gonna go through some of the lesser known ways of cooking our veggies to maybe spice it up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the trick with vegetables is you always want to try a new method. You know, when we stick to the same old thing, we get really bored of it. And the other thing too that some people don't realize is they're like, oh, I don't like broccoli. But it's like, well, have you blanched your broccoli? Because you might like your broccoli blanched.
Yes.
You know, so sometimes you have to play with the texture because it really will end up altering the flavor of the vegetables.
And I feel like that could be a great way also to get the kids to eat. It's like, wait, you haven't tried it this way. So let's try the veggies this way and see what you think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, you have to kind of play tricks on them. That's how it works.
I'm all about that. I even have teenagers that are like, nothing green on my plate, please. Okay, so the first one, walk us through blanching. What do we do?
Not a lot of people know about blanching. So this is the thing when it comes to vegetables. The less amount of water that comes in contact with the vegetables, the more nutrients are retained. Okay, so when you're just like, steaming's okay, but like, let's say you're gonna boil your green beans. Well, that water turns green afterwards.
It does, right? And the green beans turn brown, like the color's gone.
Yeah, so I actually really, really love blanching. And you can blanch cauliflower, broccoli. My favorite is asparagus, green beans, all of those things. You're just gonna throw them into a pot of boiling water for like 1 to 3 minutes. So I like to watch it and it's gonna turn that really vibrant green, right?
Yes.
That's when you take them out. And the whole goal here is you stop the cooking process. So once they turn that vibrant green, you throw them in an ice bath.
And that happens quick too. Like,
it happens really quick.
Even that probably wasn't, I mean, TV, we're speeding things up, but you could see how quickly. And look at the difference even on the plate here, pre-cooked versus these are blanched.
Yeah, they're nice and green. The thing that's really great about blanched vegetables is they still have a bite to them. They're still crisp. So a lot of times our veggies turn soggy. Yeah. So if you can kind of keep that crisp in them with a nice bite, then usually, you know, your kids will like them. So.
Okay, and you feel good as a parent thinking about, oh, I'm keeping so many nutrients in this vegetable right here.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, love this idea. Ice bath is ready and over here. Now the next one, shredding.
Shredding.
Why do you like this?
Yeah, so shredding just obviously plays with the texture. Brussels sprouts, for example, not a lot of people love Brussels sprouts, let's be honest. So if you are gonna have a salad and you've got cabbage and some butter lettuce, throw in some Brussels sprouts. So you're just gonna take your grater, you're going to go ahead and grate those Brussels sprouts and look what happens. They turn so fine. You throw those in with your salad greens and nobody will ever know.
Yeah, totally camouflaged.
Yeah, totally camouflaged. Also, if you're gonna have a big entree salad, play with the textures. The more textures you have in that salad, the more palatable it'll be.
Are there other veggies that you like to shred as well?
Carrots, cucumbers, you can even, jicama, I've got jicama here. Jicama is in every grocery store. Not a lot of people realize it, but it has a really sweet and nutty flavor. Jicama is a great one to shred.
I love the texture that it adds too. It's got a good crispness to it.
Totally. Yeah, you don't have to cook it or anything. These are just raw veggies.
Okay, and this is how I like to use them in baking too. Just shredding your veggies, especially cucumbers and carrots. Sneak them in there. That way, cucumbers or even zucchini. Yeah. So win-win.
Win-win. Really, you can't go wrong here.
All right, now I love a dip. Any kind of dip, whether it is for our savory foods or our sweet foods. And you've got one that's high in protein that works with these veggies that we're making.
Yeah, don't be afraid just to have your veggies with something really yummy, right? Okay. So you can start with cottage cheese, really high in protein, lots of calcium. If you want to get fancy, you can whip this. Okay. You ever whipped your cottage cheese? It's pretty good. Yeah.
And then it gets rid of the clumps. So my kids get nervous about the texture and the texture of the cottage cheese.
Yes.
So I love that idea, just in a little food processor or blender or something.
Blender. Okay. And then we've got some plain Greek yogurt, and then we're just going to throw in some ranch seasoning, about 2 tablespoons. Oh yeah. About a teaspoon of garlic powder. And then we've even got some green onions you can throw in there. You can leave those out if you need to. But you're just gonna mix it together. You could even throw this in your blender or your Ninja. Works great too. and then you end up with a really, really nice raw veggie dip. I love to actually make this right when my kids are coming home from school. They walk in the door, they're hungry.
Yes.
Boom, we have some veggies with dip, and throw some good, nice gluten-free
So
crackers
smart.
on there, and you're
I feel
good
like
to
they're
go.
the hungriest when they
Oh,
get home
yeah.
from school. So whatever
Totally.
you throw at them, they are actually going to eat.
Yes.
So this is brilliant.
Yes,
Now
for
this
sure.
last one, I'm a huge fan of because we love the air fryer at my
Yes.
house. The kids use it, I use it, and you love it for vegetables. What do you do?
I love it because sometimes roasting takes a minute, right?
Yep.
So when you've got your air fryer handy, all it takes sometimes is 10 minutes. So
that's quick.
The most basic recipe of all recipes, olive oil, you've even got some minced garlic. Whoops. And then you're just gonna toss it. You can even put salt and pepper in it, however you want. You're gonna toss those veggies together, open up the air fryer, easy peasy, 10 minutes, and you've got roasted veggies. You didn't have to preheat the oven.
And look how
anything like
beautiful
that.
they are. They've got a good
Yeah.
little crispness to it.
Yep, and then you can even top it with some lemon juice, some Parmesan, salt and pepper, parsley, however you want.
Yum.
Yeah.
Oh, I love those extra flavors, texture. That's also important to making it a really special meal or snack.
Well, and a lot of times we skip the veggies because we think nobody's gonna eat them, but you guys, I promise, try one of these methods, they will be eaten.
Now it's gonna work. Now it's gonna work. Okay, where can we find more, Lisa?
VeggieLisa.com or Instagram on VeggieLisa.
Okay, thank you so much.
you're
I'm
welcome.
excited to try these.